you notice sometimes when I'm actually teaching, and people notice this even when I do readings, I start to talk really fast because I'm really, really up there, okay, in the higher realms, getting the information down into this frequency, and I got to slow it down a bit. So when you're starting to, I guess the first step, if you're going to start from the beginning, is to start to watch, okay, what you're doing within your environment. So if you really want to tune in to the feeling frequency, okay, which is where your actual intuitive abilities are, which is, we all have access to this, is start to see how you're interacting with the environment. So if you want to do a test, okay, so start to test this out. Try this. I did this a couple weeks ago, and I actually started to see, wow, this is crazy how connected I am to that cell phone. Do an actual cell phone detox. A lot of people talk about the body detox. Start to do a cell phone detox and see how you feel. Don't touch the cell phone. Actually, don't even go on Facebook. If you're able to, if you're addicted to certain things, so your addictions are your distractions from this, okay, from the feeling frequency, okay? So don't go on the internet. Don't use your cell phone, okay? Don't turn on your TV, and do that for 24 hours. Okay, start to, and then you can go from 24 hours to 2 days to 3 days, and then you can start to sit. It's almost like you're going to wean yourself off, okay, of this constant bombardment, because all of this is choice. Nobody's asking you or forcing you to pick up your phone. Nobody's forcing you to actually go on the internet. Nobody's forcing you to watch TV, but it becomes an addiction, right? So start to see where your addictions are starting to pull or maneuver you, okay, around, okay, which is actually pushing and putting a lot of thought patterns. I can tell you this, even with songs, new songs that come out where they got the three, they'll repeat a lyric over and over. It's basically over and over again, more 3 times. So that lyric, if I'm not energetically clear, will stay within my field for a couple of days, and I'm like, man, I can't get that stupid song out of my head because it's in my field. It's actually registering within the auric field. Okay, so when you're looking at stuff to do with when you were a little kid to who you are today, if you've had some trauma, the trauma component will actually place, you know, if verbal abuse coming from your parents, could be anything from a physical abuse, even going to school and being traumatized or bullied and that type of thing, it will actually place a terror rip within your aura, okay, which, you know, if somebody can see, such as myself and that type of thing, will actually feel the energetic potential or the opening, which is where the energy starts to release or leak. Now, when you become too overloaded with frequency, because when it starts to leak, then that's when you start to feel depressed, suppressed. So the energy is almost like your battery's running low, right? So there's a lot of things in the environment, such as things that we can't see, which is these lower frequencies that are plaguing, or they're more like mosquitoes or parasitic thought forms that will actually feed from those frequencies. Okay, so then you get into the spirit attachments. A lot of stuff will actually pull from that. So when you start to do some energetic clearing, and you can research a lot of this stuff on the internet. I do a lot of this stuff as well, where you're doing cord cutting sessions, Reiki sessions, emotional clearing, soul retrieval, that type of thing. All that stuff is actually doing is basically starting to clear or put a bandage over and actually close that up. Okay, so just to recap here for you. So the first step that you want to do, this is lesson 1, okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to put down a list. So if you want to get a pen and a paper, just write this down, okay? So what you want to try and do, this is baby steps, is just basically, because you got to start to feel this. I know I can talk to you until I'm blue in the face, but start to look at your environment, okay? If you sit in front of a screen all day, a computer screen at work, that's very hard. You're not going to quit your job. So you may want to put some things around your actual computer screen to absorb the actual frequencies that are coming off of it. You know, you could use crystals for that. You can get yourself an energetic pendant. There's a great one out there called Q-Link. Put that on your body. That's just going to create the actual bio shield. It's a bio shield, okay, in order for the energy not to dock. So if you have never done any energetic clearing, then you're probably have these openings where the energy is starting to seep in, okay? So when you get into people that are very depressed or low, they'll start to push out this frequency, and then you get into arguments and that type of thing. So they're speaking because their energetic potential is too high, so they push it out this way. So that's why you get into arguments with people and so on. Or there's an energetic match, which is based on the law of attraction. So let's just say you were abused as a kid, and then you're interacting with a coworker, and you don't really know that person, and they were a very similar situation, but you guys can't get along for some reason, and you're just like back and forth fighting, pushing back and forth, but you don't really know her history and so on. It's because the energetic potential is a match, and it's trying to get your attention so it can come out of your system. So first step, you start to look at the environment, maybe start to do an energetic detox with your cell phone.